Let me tell you something that most people don't want to hear, but desperately need to understand. You're not going to change your life in a day. You're not going to transform in a week. You're not even going to see massive results in a month. But you can completely rebuild your entire life in 90 days. 90 days, 3 months, 1/4 of a year. That's all it takes to go from where you are right now to somewhere completely different. That's all it takes to transform your body, your mind, your habits, your results, your entire trajectory. But here's the catch. It requires 90 days of absolute commitment. 90 days of showing up no matter what. 90 days of doing the work even when you don't feel like it. 90 days of refusing to quit when it gets hard. Most people won't do it. They'll start strong on day 1. They'll be motivated on day 2. By day 7, they'll be tired. By day 14, they'll be making excuses. By day 30, they'll have quit. And then they'll wonder why their life never changes. They'll wonder why transformation always seems to happen to other people, but never to them. The answer is simple. They never gave it 90 days. They gave it 3 days of full effort, then 10 days of half effort, then 17 days of making excuses, then they quit. And you can't transform anything in that pattern. You can't build anything meaningful with that level of commitment. But 90 days of real commitment, 90 days of actually showing up, 90 days of doing the hard thing every single day, that changes everything. Let me break down why 90 days is the magic number. In the first 30 days, you're building the habit. You're fighting against your old patterns. You're uncomfortable. Your body and mind are resisting because change is hard, and they want to stay in the familiar pattern, even though that pattern isn't serving you. The first 30 days are the hardest. This is where most people quit. This is where excuses sound convincing. This is where "I'll start again Monday" becomes the pattern. But if you push through those first 30 days, something starts to shift. The habit starts to stick. The resistance starts to fade. What felt impossible on day 1 starts feeling manageable by day 30. Then you hit days 31 through 60. This is where you start seeing results. Not massive results yet, not the transformation you're ultimately after, but enough results to prove it's working. Enough progress to build belief. Your body starts changing. Your energy starts increasing. Your skills start developing. Your business starts growing. Whatever you're working on, it starts showing signs of life. This is where commitment becomes easier because you're seeing proof. You're not just trusting the process anymore. You're experiencing the results. But here's where the second wave of quitting happens. People see a little progress and they relax. They think they've got it figured out. They start skipping days. They start making exceptions. They start negotiating with themselves. And all that early progress, it stalls. Sometimes it reverses, and they end up right back where they started, wondering what went wrong. What went wrong is they stopped before the real transformation happened. They stopped at day 45 when the magic happens at day 90. Because days 61 through 90, that's where everything compounds. That's where all the work you put in during the first 60 days starts multiplying. That's where you stop being someone who's trying to change and become someone who has changed. By day 90, you're not the same person who started on day 1. You don't have the same body. You don't have the same mindset. You don't have the same habits. You don't have the same results. You've literally rebuilt yourself. One day at a time, one choice at a time, one repetition at a time. And here's what's beautiful about 90 days. It's short enough to be achievable, but long enough to create real transformation. You can endure anything for 90 days. You can stay disciplined for 90 days. You can say no to temptation for 90 days. You can push through discomfort for 90 days. It's not forever. It's not the rest of your life. It's 90 days.
But those 90 days, they set the trajectory for the rest of your life. Let me show you what 90 days of commitment actually creates. 90 days of working out every single day. That's enough time to completely transform your body, to build muscle, to lose fat, to increase strength and endurance, to go from out of shape to in the best shape of your life. I'm not talking about casual workouts 3 times a week when you feel like it. I'm talking about showing up every single day for 90 days, moving your body, pushing yourself, building the discipline that creates physical transformation. By day 90, people won't recognize you. More importantly, you won't recognize yourself.
90 days of building a business, working on it every single day. Not when you feel inspired, not when you have time, every single day. That's enough time to build something real, to create multiple income streams, to establish systems, to get your first customers, to prove the concept works. By day 90, you'll have a functioning business, not a perfect business, not a billion-dollar empire, but a real business that's generating income and has momentum. 90 days of learning a high-value skill, studying every single day, practicing every single day, getting better every single day. That's enough time to go from knowing nothing to having genuine competence, to develop a skill that makes you more valuable, more hireable, more capable. By day 90, you'll have a skill that can change your career trajectory, increase your income, open new doors. 90 days of content creation, creating and posting every single day. Not waiting for perfection, not letting fear stop you, just creating consistently. That's enough time to build an audience, to find your voice, to establish yourself, to create a body of work that demonstrates your expertise. By day 90, you'll have 90 pieces of content, a growing following, and momentum that most people never build because they never commit. 90 days of reading every day. Just 30 minutes a day of focused reading. That's enough time to read 15 books. 15 books worth of knowledge, wisdom, strategies, and insights that most people will never consume because they're too busy scrolling social media. By day 90, you'll know more about your field than 90% of people in it. Do you see the pattern? 90 days of real commitment creates transformation that most people think takes years. But here's why most people never experience this transformation. They don't actually commit for 90 days. They commit for 3 days until they're tired, then they take a break. Then they start again for 5 days. Then life gets busy and they quit for a week. Then they start over. Then they make excuses. Then they stop completely. And they never string together 90 consecutive days of showing up, never build the momentum, never reach the compound phase, never experience the transformation. They're always starting over, always on day 1, always full of motivation that fades by day 3. You cannot transform anything with that pattern. You cannot build anything meaningful by constantly starting and stopping. Transformation requires sustained effort over time. It requires showing up on day 42 when the initial motivation has faded. It requires pushing through on day 67 when you're tired and don't see progress as fast as you want. It requires finishing all 90 days no matter what. So let me be very clear about what the next 90 days need to look like if you actually want to change your life. Pick one thing, not 10 things, not 5 things, one thing that if you transformed it over the next 90 days would fundamentally change your life. Maybe that's your health, maybe that's your business, maybe it's a skill, maybe that's your mindset, maybe that's your finances. Whatever it is, pick one thing. Write it down. Commit to it. Then define what showing up looks like every single day for that one thing. If it's health, maybe that's working out for 1 hour every day, no exceptions, no days off, 90 days straight. If it's business, maybe that's working on your business for 2 hours every day before you do anything else. If it's a skill, maybe that's practicing for 1 hour every day without fail. If it's mindset, maybe that's reading for 30 minutes and journaling for 15 minutes every single day. Define it clearly. Make it specific. No ambiguity. No room for negotiation. Then, eliminate every excuse in advance. I'll be too tired. Go to bed earlier so you have energy. I won't have time. Wake up earlier to create time. I'll be traveling. Plan how you'll maintain your commitment while traveling. What if I get sick? Unless you're hospitalized, you can still do something. Modified, reduced, but still showing up. Remove every exit. Burn every bridge back to your old life. Make quitting harder than continuing. And then, starting tomorrow, day 1 of 90, you show up. You do the work. You keep the promise to yourself. Day 2, you show up again. Day 3, day 7, day 15, day 32, day 58, day 73, day 89, day 90. Every single day. No matter how you feel, no matter what's happening, no matter what obstacles appear, you show up, you do the work, you keep moving forward. And here's what's going to happen. I'm telling you this now so you're prepared. Week 1, you'll be excited, motivated. This is easy. You'll wonder why you didn't do this sooner. Week 2, the excitement will fade, reality will set in. This is harder than you thought, but you'll push through because you committed. Week 3, you'll be tired. You'll want to quit. The voice in your head will offer 1,000 reasons why you should take a break, why you deserve a day off, why it's okay to skip just once. Don't listen to that voice. That voice has kept you stuck your entire life. That voice will always be there offering you the easy way out. Push through week 3. It's the make or break week.
Week 4. Something shifts. It starts feeling more natural. The resistance decreases. You're building momentum. Week 5 through 8, you'll start seeing results. Not dramatic yet, but visible. Enough to fuel you forward. This is where you build belief in yourself. Week 9 through 12, people never make it to week 12 because they quit during week 3. They let one hard week break a commitment that could have changed their life. Don't be most people. Let me tell you what you're going to feel on day 91, the day after you finish. You're going to feel proud, not the fake pride of posting something on social media, real pride, the deep, quiet pride that comes from knowing you kept a promise to yourself when it was hard. You're going to feel powerful because you'll have proven to yourself that you can do difficult things, that you have discipline, that you can commit and follow through. You're going to feel transformed because you won't be the same person who started on day 1. You'll have different habits, different results, different capabilities. And you're going to feel unstoppable. Because if you can do 90 days of this, you can do 90 days of anything. You can transform any area of your life. You can achieve any goal. That feeling, that's worth every hard day, every tired morning, every moment you wanted to quit but didn't. That feeling is what separates people who talk about their dreams from people who actually achieve them. Now, some of you are thinking, 90 days is a long time. What if I fail? What if I can't maintain it? Let me reframe that for you. 90 days is going to pass whether you commit or not. 3 months from today will arrive regardless. The only question is, who will you be when it arrives? Will you be the same person you are today, with the same body, the same habits, the same results, wondering why nothing ever changes? Or will you be someone completely transformed, with proof that you can commit, evidence that you can change, results that speak for themselves? 90 days from now, you'll be somewhere. Make sure it's somewhere better than where you are today. And let's be honest about failure. You know what failure actually is? Failure is not trying. Failure is staying exactly where you are because you're afraid of committing. Failure is living another year, another 5 years, another decade with the same regrets because you never gave yourself 90 days to actually transform. Giving it 90 days and falling short, That's not failure. That's progress. That's learning. That's growth. Even if you only make it 80 days before you stumble, you're 80 days better than you were. You're 80 days of habits built, 80 days of momentum created, 80 days of proof that you can show up. And then you get back up on day 81 and finish the remaining 10 days. The only real failure is never starting, or starting and quitting on day 3 when things get hard. So here's what I need you to do right now. Decide what your 90 days will focus on. Write it down right now. Don't wait. Don't think about it for a week. Decide right now. Then decide when your day 1 is. I'm going to suggest tomorrow. Not next Monday, not the 1st of next month, tomorrow. Because the longer you wait to start, the more likely you'll never start at all. Then tell someone, announce it, make it public, create accountability. Tell someone you trust, for the next 90 days, I'm committing to this. I'm showing up every single day, no exceptions. Having someone who knows about your commitment makes quitting harder, makes excuses less convincing, makes follow-through more likely. And then, tomorrow morning, day 1 of 90, you begin. You don't wait for perfect conditions. You don't wait until you feel ready. You don't wait for motivation to strike. You just begin. You show up. You do the work. And then you do it again the next day and the next for 90 days straight. I'm going to be honest with you. This will be hard. There will be days you don't want to do it, days you're exhausted, days where life throws obstacles at you. Do it anyway, because the person you'll become over these 90 days is worth every difficult moment. The transformation you'll experience is worth every sacrifice. The life you'll build is worth every ounce of effort. 90 days, that's all I'm asking. That's all it takes. Not forever, not the rest of your life. 90 days of absolute commitment. Can you do that? Can you give yourself 90 days? Because if you can, if you actually commit and follow through, I promise you, your life will never be the same. 3 months from today, you'll look back at this moment as the moment everything changed, as the day you stopped making excuses and started making progress, as the beginning of your transformation. But only if you start, only if you commit, only if you refuse to quit. 90 days, starting tomorrow. No excuses, no exceptions. Your transformation is waiting. Go claim it.